Hey guys, and welcome back to Okami. As you can probably tell by the title of this episode/part, we're going to be kicking off the Demon Gate trials today. But first, we have to take care of a rather bullshit side quest because Richie didn't bother to edit it into the end of the last one.
Well, you see, it's because I wanted to save first, and I thought, well, you know what, I'll save, and then you can all suffer with me of dealing with this.
Oh, God.
Because this is a beehive. Because, you know, we're dicks. And this is easily the most difficult ball to push up the hill. One, because it's just really slippery. You'd think it's a beehive. It should not, for starters, roll, but also it should not be this slippery.
Well, you know, honey, or would that be sticky? Yeah, that would be sticky.
You would think that this would just land on us, but no. And also, damn this enemy getting in my way so that I couldn't roll the bloody ball. But thankfully, they are so dead.
Well, you're like... you're a giant in terms of power compared to their ant-like form right now.
Indeed.
Okay, are we allowed to proceed, Mr. Game?
We are, but we may end up having to take down another fight at some point if this ball does not behave itself. And, in all likelihood, it is not going to behave itself.
All you had to do was add a lock-on function. That's literally all you needed to make this doable, or bearable, rather.
And as you can see, lots of crossfades. Because I spent what must have been the best part of about 20 minutes trying to push this ball up bloody hill.
20 minutes? Is that all? I'll have you know I've spent almost a day recording Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions footage.
Well, yes, but Tom, that's because you're incredibly anal retentive sometimes when it comes to making sure that platformers or certain games are kind of pitch perfect in terms of the recording.
Well, you know, better than being sloppy.
Well, this is true, but this is not the type of thing that you can do without being sloppy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at least you're showing it off as it would be in the game, you know?
Yeah, exactly, and it's just like, I have removed the worst of this, because I'm not making you sit through 20 bleeding minutes. I mean, perhaps I would have done had I known about the fast-forward function at the time, because, you know, that would have been particularly hilarious. But, no, it's just frustrating, because really what I end up doing quite often is using Galestorm to keep it from blowing off the edge, but also just giving myself enough wiggle room to reposition myself behind it, so that it doesn't fall all the way down, because that's what it will do if you do not get behind it.
Oh, Sleepy, you better appreciate this.
So, we got it up to the top.
Oh no, don't tell me it's gonna go all the way down. I won't be able... Oh. Good.
Like, this is why I was just going, just inch it, I'm not doing this again.
You hibernating piece of shit, I hope the bees rip you apart. No? No retribution?
I thought that there would be some, but no, it's because I think there's bees in it that it keeps him awake, but he's crazy, but we did it. Thank God.
Alright, Demon Gate time?
Demon Gate time, indeed.
Ooh, lovely. I hope you've got topics prepared, mate, because we're going in hard.
We'll come up with something, it'll be fine. So yeah, the thing that's annoying about Sleepy Side Quest is that arguably it's one of the most difficult normal challenges you will face in the game, and yet all you get for it is praise. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it should give us like a new celestial brush technique or something.
Like, there should have been a prize that was much more worth it.
Oh, Ryushima Coast, it's been a while.
It has, yes. And what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to head on over to Seon City because I want to purchase that super powerful weapon.
Lovely jubbly.
Or at least double check whether I've got enough money to go purchase that super powerful weapon.
Well, of course, you gotta have the funds, mate, to make the fighting possible.
Exactly. I mean, the really cool thing is that the Demon Gate Trials will give you a ridiculous amount of yen. So, if you do not have enough money to get the most powerful weapon in the game, you'll just do like the first Demon Gate Trial, because that one's actually not that difficult.
Okay.
And then you can head on over to the others once you've got the final weapon. But yeah, the cool thing about this weapon is that you you may think initially that you can only get them from the final area in the game, and for the most part that is true, but it is possible to get them from Seon City, from the weapon merchant.
Wait, am I going completely doolally, or did you go, like, the opposite direction to Seon City?
Well, yes, it seems what I'm doing first off, because obviously I am a nutjob who doesn't watch things before things happen. I'm going to go and hit up some of the triple power slash stones.
Okay.
I think to just get whatever treasure is beneath them, so that then I've got more yen to play with. I think that's my logic, I feel.
It feels weird running over the ocean without the sea dragon or whatever chasing us.
It does, but also it's just really satisfying running across the ocean, because it's just like, I am free!
Oh yes, no more are we bound to the rules of the game.
Just like, I don't have to sit and jump in and out of Orca to get across this ocean. I can do it myself.
Indeed. Indeed.
That would have been so cool if I pulled it off effectively, but yeah, was not going to happen.
Whatevs. How'd you miss that the first time? It seemed like you got it.
Honestly, I don't know. I will just go back to Nintendo Wii version of Okami and slightly dodgy reading of brush inputs.
Oh, Weechers be crazy, am I right?
Quite right.
That was terrible, I'm sorry.
That was just truly awful, Tom. Like, the worst.
The only thing worse than that is that Nintendo Switch's voice chat setup. Am I right?
Damn right.
Alright, I'm getting side fielding right now, so I'm going to stop, I'm going to put it on the back burner, turn the energy down, until we get actually into the Demon Gate Trials, because I'll need it there.
It's a good plan, because we are going to be in there for a while. I mean, pretty much the majority of this part is the first Demon Gate trial. I will say this first one is not sped up, because it's the shortest and the easiest, so really it didn't need it, because after everything it all ended up under half an hour, this part, which was nice.
I'm doing that fucking Arthur meme where he's balling his fist in rage.
But the second two, basically, you look at the length of the first Demon Gate trial, which is about half an hour, really. I mean, it's going to end up being about maybe 20 minutes or so, I feel, by the time we actually get to it. But you add like an extra half hour each time to the length of the challenge. So by the time you get to the third one, yeah, you're looking at an hour and a half, 2 hours, fighting non-stop.
I want to die.
Yeah, you can see why I never did it the first time I came to the game, because it was just like, no. And also, I didn't realise that you could purchase the Tundra Beads outside of the final area. But yes, there we go, we have purchased every single weapon in the game.
Very nice.
And now we're going to equip the Tundra Beads, use our... Oh, I didn't realise that we only had one gold dust left, but I'm using it on the Tundra Beads because they're amazing and I love them.
Just random aside. No, Tundra Boy is not dead. He's just busy with IRL stuff like a job and so on. I actually talked to him the other week. They're like, hey dude. He was like, hey dude. There was a lot of hey dudes going on. That's basically how we talk to each other.
Hey, dude, like, it's totally awesome, like.
Don't even fucking start with me. This is a long part and I'm not going to accept any... That looks janky. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of the Tundra beads.
Yeah, visually it's not necessarily the best design, but they're damn amazing as a weapon. Now, it's quite fun actually talking to that city dweller because he kind of has an ongoing story that we found out about. Like, really early on, I'm pretty sure when we got the chrysanthemum hairpin back for him, he was going to use it to propose to his girlfriend or something like that. And then she said yes, and it's brilliant. Now, if we go speak to Momotaro here, after all is done, he will give us lots and lots of millet dumplings. Because he's just awesome like that.
Oh, okay, so just free stuff?
Yeah! And also, it'll fill up our astral pouches. We don't need it. Like, absolutely categorically do not need it, because I'm not gonna die at any point soon, so I'm never gonna need it. I would say the astral pouches are easily the weakest upgrade that you can get in Okami. But, hey, if you need it, it's good for you.
So what treasures are we going to purchase from the Emperor then? Because you seem to have been using the good ones so far, so I'm not sure what to expect.
So I'm pretty sure that there's the golden ink pots still in there, which are very useful because I think it halves your ink pot consumption whenever you are using brush techniques.
Right, that'd be very useful.
Yes, there have been more than a few people in the comments going, why haven't you bought the golden ink pots yet?
Oh, because Richie don't listen to no man or woman, baby.
Exactly. They're all just like, why did you go for the water tablet instead of the golden ink pots? That was clearly the better idea. It probably was, to be fair, but I just like the ability to run over water and platform and explore a bit more easily. Like, I can get through the combat just fine without the golden ink pots. I beat the game, if I recall correctly, without the golden ink pot. So, it's really not a problem. Oh, that's what it does. It increases ink restoration speed. No, it was something to do with ink, obviously. But now we are going to replace a few things in our arsenal. I.e. the water tablet, and now I'm going to get incredibly frustrated because I'm going to try and jump on water and realise, oh, I can't do that anymore. God damn it!
Classic Richie.
Also thought I'd try and show off the thief's glove, but it's not going to go that well, I feel.
That sounds like a Pokemon move whose name escapes me right now. I think, nope, it's completely gone. Never mind, Tom, never mind. Another day, perhaps, another day.
So basically what the Thief's Glove allows you to do is allows you to draw a line from Isun, bouncing on the top of your head, to an enemy, and he will steal stuff from them.
Nice.
Can be useful, but ain't nobody got time for that. I'd rather just, attack the enemies and kill them.
Does that guarantee a rare drop, then? Because I've noticed sometimes enemies drop stuff that you wouldn't usually find.
Honestly, I don't know. It's not a holy artifact that I've used all that often, if at all. So, really, I'm just purchasing it for the sake of saying, look, I've bought everything!
Okay, fair enough.
And right now, I'm getting confused by doors. Because that's exactly what needed to happen at the end of this part.
Jesus. Come on, Amy, you're a goddess. You should have a sense of direction at this point in time.
Yeah, clearly we do not.
Well, she's merely the avatar, we are the puppet masters.
Yes, and also I'm just noticing a little bit of graphical glitching on the palace. Well, it's not the palace, but that building there, which was slightly strange. I hadn't noticed that before.
What are you doing?
I think what happened was my nunchuck decided it was going to start playing up on me. It was just like, I'm so close to the end of the game now. What are you doing, you stupid thing? So basically I just kept veering off to the side. And yeah, basically the game decided, I think at this point, no, I don't like you very much anymore.
I think Orochi cursed you before he died the second time.
I think so. Well, yeah, for the second time.
Oh, it's one of Eggman's deadly speed traps. It's fine, it's fine. Can we go to the Demon Gate trial now, please?
Yes, as soon as, I've sorted out my nunchuck, because that's always fun.
It took you so long, grass started to grow around you. That's neat.
Yes, basically, when you have the wooden mat equipped, as soon as you stop moving, the area will turn to grass, Army will lie down and rest, and you will heal health, which is good, and actually ridiculously useful for what you're about to take on. Because rather than using up your holy bones in between battles, which you very well could do if you wanted to, you can use the wooden mat to heal yourself, and it's a godsend. The only thing is that it uses up yen. But thankfully, since we're going to be making bucket loads of yen, it's not a problem.
Well, they gotta give you a way to burn through excess money somehow. I hate when games do that, or don't do that, I should say, when you just get to the end game and you have so much money but nothing to spend it on. I know a few Zeldas that are guilty of this.
Yeah, it's really, really frustrating when that happens.
Okay, you done? You done healing?
Well, you see, what's happening here is I thought we'd just look at the beautiful cherry blossoms fall while my nunchuck fixed itself, because this is clearly how we spend time in these things. And also, I'm pretty sure that when I recorded when I was editing, that was just one of the things where I completely forgot that was there until I started doing the commentary over it, and it was just like, oh, that was something I should have edited out and would have done, but
Oh, Richie, you're testing my patience, young man.
Yes, you see, this is what happens with me and playthroughs. I get to the end of them, and certain things just sort of slip through the net every now and again. I mean, also it's the case that sometimes you record footage, you remember certain key things which you're just like, oh, I know I've got to edit that out. But then certain other things just completely slip your memory. That was one of them.
Yeah, I've been there, so, no hard feelings, you fucker.
But yes, we are definitely 100% completely and utterly going to the first Demon Gate trial now. But then this dick decided to stop me.
That was perfectly timed, by the way.
It was. Just sod off, you stupid Bell Guardians. I don't care.
800 yen? I won't even get out of bed for like 10 times that.
Now, the reason that I had that guy run at me is because I wasn't holding the bell anymore. So enemies are now charging at me. And so I realised, oh, maybe it would actually make sense to have my exploration holy artifacts equipped. And then when I get to the Demon Gate trial, actually then use something else, and this is using the Thief's Glove, and I just got a feedback out of it, so really was not worth it.
Whoa, these Tundra beads are actually doing the business.
Yeah, they are amazing, and I love them. So they may look a little bit derpy, but my god are they freaking powerful. And you can see just how much yen and just how many Dragon Fangs we can get out of this. Dragon Fangs, Demon Fangs you can get out of this. Because you're just getting flung so many enemies. I mean, look, I've nearly got my combo counter up to 100. I mean, pretty much by the end, at some point during this, I will hit 100. Now, what's quite nice is that whenever you have finished a battle, it will give you a brief moment of respite.
Oh, I know what this is. This is the Pit of 100 Trials, or the Savage Labyrinth.
Effectively, yes. So, between fights you get a break, but then you have to go straight back in. You have to do them all in one sitting, otherwise it's not going to count.
I mean, that's fair, that's also like the Savage Labyrinth.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure that in each one you have 10 battles, but each of them have, increasing numbers of waves of enemies. And obviously, as you progress through the Demon Gate trials, they get progressively more difficult in terms of the enemies they throw at you. Right now, we're just dealing with Arc 1 enemies. So, we're talking about your imps, we're talking about probably your canine warriors potentially at some point, because it's not just demons you're going to be facing in here, it's basically every main enemy in the game outside of the bosses.
They're saving the bosses for something else, aren't they?
Pretty much, yeah. I remember coming into this and thinking, oh my god, how many bleeding enemies just keep attacking? Ah! Like, I was not expecting it. I knew it was going to be a challenge, and I mean, I loved this because Okami, as I've said, is a relatively easy game in the grand scheme of things. Like, the combat's never really hugely challenging. But you get to this, and then all of a sudden, ludicrous numbers of enemies all coming at you at once, each with obviously their own unique attack patterns and things you need to do, and the battle screens just end up being, like, so chaotic, and it's amazing.
It seems really cathartic, honestly.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's going to get more frustrating as we get further and further into the Demon Gate trials, because at that point they start throwing enemies that can block, that can... well, that are effectively some of the bosses that you have faced, but not like the big end of dungeon bosses. I'm talking more your canine warrior level bosses. And obviously they take a lot longer to bring down. But it is a lot of fun, especially if you've been wanting a challenge out of Okami. This is where you're going to get it. And it's a lot of fun.
So... tangent time? Because I think you just said it's a lot of fun like 5,000 times. So
yeah.
Instead of just repeating ourselves, how about that Sonic Forces Infinite Reveal trailer?
Ow, the edge?
Yeah, sort of, but I think it's Al the intentional edge this time around. Have you heard his goddamn theme song? It's like Linkin Park.
Yes, I have, and I'm not 100% sure. I'm getting slightly concerned, shall we say, for Sonic Forces. I will obviously give it a chance, because it deserves that much. And I have hope that it will be a decent game. But it's throwing things at me that I'm starting to go,
Well, the funny thing is, like, when they show straight gameplay footage, I'm like, okay, this is fine, but it seems a bit bland. When they showed the other stuff, like, surrounding that, like story and music and whatnot, that's what's selling me on it. And, you know, that's kind of part and parcel of the 3D Sonic games. It's usually, well, maybe not the story, but the music and the aesthetics that are the best parts. But if you combine that with the gameplay, it makes it seem a lot better, like a lot more solid and a lot less bland. So I don't know, I'm getting more excited. Mania is obviously going to be the better game, but you know, there's a lot of fun I think to find in Forces. And unlike say Shadow the Hedgehog and 06, which were serious and took themselves seriously,
yes.
Like there's no amount of irony in Shadow the Hedgehog at all. They very clearly looked at like OC videos and like Sonic AMVs and like there's fun running throughout this, like having fun at their own expense. Like I mean, fucking the Infinite character reveal trailer starts in black and white with his theme song blaring in the background. If that's not on the nose, I don't know what is.
I mean, if anything, that I think is going to be the one thing that is going to save some of the awkwardness. I mean, there's a chance that it may go the other way and just be really cringy in terms of being self-referential, because that is an equal possibility when you do self-referential humour. You can go too far the other way sometimes.
I don't think we've reached Neutral Joe levels yet, mate. We're gonna be fine.
I'm sure we will be.
I'm sure whatever, the gaming press will blast it and praise Sonic Mania. Sometimes, possibly, rightfully so. But I'm looking forward to both, and in no way am I trying to say that I'm superior to anyone who just wants Mania. I'm just saying is all.
No, Tom, clearly what you're saying is everyone who just likes Sonic Mania sucks. Everyone who is willing to give both of a chance is clearly the better Sonic fan. That's clearly what you're trying to say.
Well, yeah, but I didn't want to put it that way. You gotta give it the softly approach, you know? Also, you're trying to get me fucking killed, mate. You don't know what these Sonic fans are like.
You see, it's all part of my evil plan to take over HellfireComms, you see.
Well, you probably could have picked a better moment in time than fucking 2017, mate. Go back to like 2008 when we were actually well, not popular, semi-relevant, I think is the better term.
But it's all still fun either way.
It is. I still enjoy doing, commentaries as much as I did back in the day. Perhaps more, because I understand what goes into making a video now, instead of just recording, slapping it on, the track and, rendering like that. Because I never used to take out the dead air in between voice clips. Now I do. That's why whenever I say, oh, I'm tired from editing, that's because, I remove every bit of audio in between us talking, and that can be pretty repetitive and, monotonous sometimes.
Oh, definitely, because what you're doing is you're looking for the sometimes very difficult to find spots in between audio. I mean, particularly, like, if you saw my audio wave files, like, they're kind of insane. I mean, my audio wave files annoy me when I'm editing because I've not got a pop filter over my mic, sometimes certain sounds end up coming across through my mic, because it's a relatively decent mic considering how cheap it is.
Yeah.
And that's kind of annoying, because then you're going through and going, need to get rid of that bit, need to get rid of that bit. I'm slightly lazier than you in that I don't get rid of every single little gap between audio. I just go for the bits where you can clearly hear extra bits of noise that are not meant to be there and that are actively annoying.
It's easier to get videos out if you don't want to fine-tune everything, but our mics aren't the best, I will admit. Whenever I have money to spare on, frivolous stuff like video equipment, it goes to the video side of things rather than the audio. Since this is fine enough, I would love to be professional level, like Game Grumps or, Two Best Friends Play, etc., but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, if at all. So, I want to try and make it the best I can, working with what I have.
Well, that's totally fair. I mean, it would be great if I think more people had that attitude when dealing with this sort of thing, because, I mean, particularly when getting started, I think there's a lot of people who don't necessarily think about things like that and just think, oh, I'll just do the video, slap some commentary on it, it'll be fine. But actually, no, you do have to think about these things, otherwise what you create ends up looking of particularly low quality, and considering how saturated the market is, particularly for video game playthroughs, you have got to be at the top of your game in order to get people to pay attention.
Yeah, but I should, preface this whole thing by saying that took, 5 to 8 years to sink in, so
oh, yeah.
It's not like I was like that at the very beginning. God, no. Go back and watch, Kingdom Hearts 1 or Sonic Adventure 1. By the way, I haven't really showed this in videos, but I've started, a little pet project called HellfireComms Abridged, because I just like watching compilations of, Grump playthroughs, etc., etc. So I did SA1 to start with. That's 2.5 hours for the whole playthrough. It's not just a best of funny moments, it's the whole playthrough abridged. So the best moments are in there, but it's mostly just, if you want to watch the playthrough quicker, there you go. I'm working on Kingdom Hearts 2 now, so expect that in roughly about 9 more months, because I'm pretty busy right now, and I haven't had a moment in the past fortnight to chop any videos down. I've got 40 of 128, so yeah, look forward to that one. But after, I will do a shorter game, I think I'll do Philosopher's Stone. I think that's a good playthrough to abridge.
That would be a good one, but yeah, good luck on trying to do Kingdom Hearts 2 for the next couple of weeks, because basically after we're done with Okami, we've got to go full force into the next Sonic commentary, Ghibli-thon, and Sonython, so we're not going to get a break, are we?
Well, you know, it's good to keep busy. It's you that I worry about, because you're the one with the IRL gig.
Oh, it's fine, I'll survive.
Or will he? Find out next time at the Okami playthrough. Spoilers, he did!
Well, you see, I've got to survive to get through this because, like, seriously? I'm finishing this playthrough, well, walkthrough, because it is a walkthrough, on HellfireComms, because I have waited for this day for so long, I'm not finishing it.
Yeah. Fair enough, mate, fair enough. Man, you lost more health than I was expecting there. They fucked you up.
Yeah, it can happen. There are certain fights in this which are really ludicrously challenging. So you do have to be so careful, and in fact, one of the things that I didn't do, but I would certainly recommend you doing, is purchasing a ridiculous amount of Holy Bone L's, so the largest one. Maybe Holy Bone M, you might be able to get away with that, but as many Holy Bones as you can get your hands on, because in all likelihood, by the time you get to the end of the final Demon Gate trial, you are bloody going to need it.
Remind me what Holy Bones do, mate? It seems to have slipped my mind.
They give you health, basically. They're your healing item for the game. But I believe that this might actually be the final battle in the first Demon Gate trial.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the time now, and I think a monkey could have told you that, so...
Yeah. But then, I mean, I suppose also a monkey could have written Shakespeare given enough time and infinite monkeys, but a monkey did not, so there we go.
Indeed.
So yeah, Tom, are you excited for 2 more of these?
I'm apprehensive, but I will go forward with my best foot, forward, I guess.
Just think, I did all of these by myself!
Jesus.
I went insane!
I'm so sorry.
But there we go, Demon Gate trial is complete, and we have the first of the final 3 stray beads.
Oh, now the other chest that has been there for so long has a buddy to keep it company. I don't know how my mind works sometimes. But yeah, that's 1 Demon Gate trial done. There are 2 more to go, so join us next time in the Okami playthrough, where we take on the 2nd Demon Gate trial. Goodbye for now.